Hello, everyone. My name is Benny Ferguson, and can we please stop fighting in sports? I have seen so many fights this year in sporting events, in professional football, in basketball, in college football. So many fights that it's just become unimaginable. I really just can't believe it. It's really embarrassing at times to see the behaviors, especially in the NFL. Adults, professional athletes who are fighting on the field. A fantastic Super Bowl at the end was marred by a fight breaking out. And guys just, shoving, pushing, swinging, rolling all over the field. Adults in front of their families, in front of the world. And, a commentator or a person might say, well, emotion runs high and all of this stuff. And, they're giving it reason and giving excuses for their behavior. But the truth is that these guys, you're out of control. Hell, emotions run high in my home between my wife and I sometimes, but it doesn't equal a fight. It doesn't even equal a verbal and emotional fight anymore. Especially not a physical fight. It's never equal that. And it doesn't have to equal that on the football field or the basketball court. All you're saying is that you're out of control. You're an adult who can't control their emotions. You guys are not enemies. You guys are competitors. You're professional athletes. You reside in an elite fraternity of athletes. You're not enemies. You get paid to do what you do, and you provide for your families. You guys support charities, initiatives. You're shown doing community service on television and all of these wonderful things, and then you get on the field and you're animals. You're out of control mentally and emotionally. That's what it is. And you can be so much more. When I was growing up, I very rarely remember ever seeing a fight. The days of all the old greats and the Hall of Famers that are doing the commercials and stuff now very rarely had fights. Now, I think I heard they had a lot of fights in practice amongst each other trying to get better, but they didn't fight in the games. It was about winning. It was about execution. It was about high performance. And if you're focused on that, you're not getting emotional about the guy in front of you to the point where you want to fight and roll around on the ground. That's terrible. It's terrible. Me as a competitor, it's embarrassing. Me as an athlete, it's embarrassing to see that. Anytime I've ever gotten upset or angry, it was upset at myself, at my performance. I wasn't upset at the person in front of me. They're just trying to perform and do the best that they can. And everybody goes home to their families. So I'm not trying to really hurt anybody. And if you guys are seeing your opponent, your opposing competitor as an enemy, and you're really trying to hurt that person where you have a psychological issue, and you're not a real competitor, you're not a true athlete, and you really shouldn't even be on the field if we could really read your mind. Can we please stop fighting? Can we please get control of ourselves and provide and model an example for the kids that are watching, for the families that are watching, on how a professional athlete carries themselves? I mean, maybe this is just my thing. Maybe this is just something that I'm seeing and nobody else is seeing, but it's really something how we have to be careful that we don't begin to accept things as being normal, that we don't begin to accept fights in sporting events as being normal, as unsportsmanlike behavior as a norm, even down to the touchdown celebrations and those things, inappropriate behavior, and that we don't accept it as being a norm. You have to be careful. And then we're allowing our kids to watch this and think it's okay. Other adults, people are doing things based on seeing this over and over again. They think it's okay. We think those behaviors are okay, and they're not. They're negative behaviors. They come from negative energy, negative vibration, and creating negative results that reach far beyond the football field or the basketball court. They're reaching into your homes. They're reaching into your elementary sports programs, your middle school and high school sports programs. Don't let those behaviors become the norm. And maybe I'm just talking out of turn. I don't know. I think it's important. I know it's important because everything stems from the mind. That activity comes first, and those behaviors are showing us what's going on in these guys' minds, and the behaviors around your community, in your workplace, in your behaviors, in your relationships, or your spouses or partners' behaviors are showing you what's going on in their minds, and you have to pay attention to it. You have to be aware of it. You have to assist in making sure that the right mindset is where the competitive nature comes from. Because if it's the wrong mindset, if it's a negative mindset, then you get fights, then you get injuries, and you get terrible behavior, and you get terrible models and examples. That's what you get. You know, if you think this is important, if you think this is something that you need to pay attention to on your own ground, in your own home, in your own work environment, or if you want to just know how to be brilliant and take care of it all at once, visit us at www.mindingthediamondwithin.com. Thanks.